Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Mango? What's up, Dom, Rambo, Daffy, Jack, Brady, Chris, Taylor, Squilliam, Money? What's up, Money, Lisa? Rowdy, Raphael, Jazz, good morning, good morning. What's up, Brian? So as you guys can see, I already had something typed up from last night. We were looking at SPY, and I think it was about right here when I had initially posted this. It was like right before midnight. I had typed this up, and the big thing that kind of caught my eye was the previous day high. The flat number was 399, 398.50 kind of area. So that's a solid break above. Of course, we're way down here now. And then we kind of had a little range here between two bigger time frame levels I thought was important. The reason I highlighted this was because it kind of highlights the yesterday's open, the yesterday's close, and those two bigger time frame levels. So I kind of see it as an area of like, don't touch a trade yet. You know, so if you ever see price enter this area, don't touch it. Wait for it to leave this area. This is a very indecisive area because of the open and close being in the same literal like few cent range, 396.68 up to about 396.94. So it's literally 10-20 cents. You know, it's not much. So this is the area you don't want to trade. And now I would have never expected a huge drop like this before the open, but this does leave really, really clean breakouts under the true low of yesterday and the 392.60, which you guys should still look for a potential bounce in between this area here. So don't just instantly start shorting until it exits 392.40s to the downside. So 392.40s is the trigger level for more downside action. Let me turn that red so everybody knows. I'm going to turn these yellow so everybody knows don't touch. Caution. And then I'll label the top two green. So if we do get a bounce, we know that we're probably heading toward the green area. So those are the two areas where we're probably going to go to. If we bounce in this general vicinity, it's going to go to at least here. 396 area. You have this indecisive area above, and then of course the more aggressive area. If we do get a crazy bounce, this is probably where they're headed after that area. So gonna keep those on there just in case, because it's, you know, no point in deleting it. But I did want to point out the fact that 392.40 is a solid break below, not just 392.60. So we need to kind of watch both of these areas here. It's very tiny, so it's not like it's that hard. But if that ends up cracking, we're probably going to go see 390.50 and maybe even 388, which, again, we were just there a couple of days ago. We got pretty strong bounces in this area. So, again, as you take your entries under 392.40s, look to take profit at 390.50, at least most of them, and then try to take the rest of your position at 388, if that happens. Again, if 392.40 happens, don't just randomly jump in. So these are the kind of small plans that we have in store today. I actually kind of like it a lot because it actually is systematic. It's not just, you know, way up in the sky or way down in the dirt and there's not a whole lot to go off of. There's a ton to go off of today, and it's a little spaced out. I like that the most. The fact that it's a little spaced out is the best. But let me know. Give me an emoji or a yes or some sort of indication that you understand what we're looking at today for SPY based on the levels we've already looked at. Again, these are all either from the TA routine, from the emerging candles on the daily, or they're from the previous day price action. There is no other levels on here. Everything here is an emerging candle or previous day price action. The pink hand. And yeah, be sure to drop a like on the stream. I do appreciate that. Oh, I should probably tweet this, shouldn't I? I didn't even bother tweeting the link today. All right, there we go. Have we used BB levels on dollar? Yes, we have. The dollar's actually been or not lately. It's just not been as much of a confluence indicator to watch with SPY. A lot of people have been kind of messing with that too. The past few months, the dollar has been really good to watch with SPY. Here recently, it's not been as amazing. So that's why you haven't seen me do it as much lately. They're kind of growing apart from each other a little bit more. They do still react to each other. I'm not going to say they don't. But they've been pulling apart from each other a little more, so I haven't been looking at it as much. But yes, it does work very well on the dollar. All right, well, let's move on from this. It looks like the majority of us understand what we're looking at here for SPY today. I'm actually pretty excited about today. I think today's going to be a lot better. Especially if we get that break below, I think a lot of people are going to enjoy some of the breakouts. Previous day high on SPY, or AMD, sorry. Previous day close, previous day open, true previous day low. And we have a pretty strong bigger time frame level here for 69.40. So we'll watch 69.40. If we can break above previous day close, or I mean, even this level right here, 70.10, this could be a really good breakout level from the previous day open into the previous day close. So this could even just be an early initial breakout level. But we'll come back to that. We'll add it to the list if we like it the most. Same thing for NVIDIA, to be honest. Under 161. That looks ugly. Let's mark the true high of yesterday. Previous day close is basically marked, so we don't need to add it. And that's it on that one. We'll go to Tesla. Ooh, oh yeah, they dropped their prices, and this is kind of a buy the rumor, sell the news type thing. A lot of people are always confused about that. Trust me, don't think about it too much if you're still young in the game. I would give it time before you truly try to understand. Buy the rumor, sell the news. It's definitely nerve-wracking sometimes, though. And then I'm going to grab the meat of this high. I'm not going to go to the wick up here. 119.30. Apple. Ooh, Apple took a pretty nice fall, too. I didn't see if there was a reason why. This is probably just in confluence with SPY price action, but still not like Tesla. That's actually everything we need. Pre-market highs up here. Got the previous day low. Previous day close is basically where the pre-market high is. Previous day opens up here, so we'll just leave it there. Amazon. Okay, now we have some that aren't as favorable, like Amazon here. This is not going to be as favorable to take a trade for the first few minutes because of where it is. It's at a very aggressive spot. It's already looking like it wants to continue falling, so that one might not be easy to catch today. And also it depends how SPY opens, because SPY could just pump right it open, and then everything that we just witnessed in pre-market gets completely trapped. So that could also be one thing. Previous day high also open 332.50. Previous day low. Close is in an indecisive area. Meta. That one's got crazy levels. Did I even clean this one? I did. Maybe we'll try out the monthly on that one today. I think I've done that right. Let's go look. Let's add one more above. Previous day high, previous day close, previous day open, previous day low. Pre-market low is basically where current price is, so I won't touch it. But it looks like past 137, 138, we can look for better longs. 135.50 can be in kind of an initiating level, but it looks like it already wants to try to cascade down towards 133.30. Potentially watch for a bounce here, just because that's where yesterday's open is. So I wouldn't be surprised if it did keep pushing down and then try to catch some support here. If it doesn't, get a more aggressive sell-off, we have to assume it wants to go test previous day low. So we'll definitely keep our eyes on that. Previous day high, previous day open, previous day close, pre-market low. Again, this looks like Amazon. You know, it kind of has that droopy look to it before the open, like it wants to at least go to here. You know, so we can look for a bounce here. If it continues lower, we need to look for a more aggressive sell-off down towards the previous day low at 233.50. If that cracks, we can look towards 232. So that one's actually pretty clean, even though it doesn't look that clean. But compared to Amazon, I like that it's not just making a new low. It's not screwing you. It's not taking away your chance. You see how Amazon's taking away your chance? Then you go to Microsoft and it's like, oh, okay, Microsoft's still in range. I can still take that. You know, that's kind of what I'm looking for in some of these pre-markets, is some of those chances being given. Previous day low, previous day open, which also lines up with the previous day close almost. So they're literally like 7-8 cents off. So leave that how it is. And Boeing. Boeing had a pretty crazy day yesterday. Which, if I remember correctly, DAL had bad earnings and they fell. Yeah. Yeah, all the earnings, or all the airlines are down. So that covers those. Let's go back through them and let's see which ones we want to add to the list. I kind of like AMD, but I think I liked NVIDIA more, to be honest with y'all. So I think I'm going to add NVIDIA. Above 162.50's bulls can try to hold. Why is it still emboldened? Don't do that. All right, so I said look for bounces here through 162.50 towards the previous day close, and then above the previous day high towards 167.80 and 169. Below 161, target, well, of course 160 because that's a strong psychological level. 160, whatever the base of this is, 158.55, and then whatever this is, 157. And then, of course, 155 to get the true low of day. All right, so we got NVIDIA done. I like that one a lot, actually. Tesla. That one's going to be a little bit more rough to type. I don't like it as much just because of what Amazon's doing. We'll come back to it, though. We'll see. Apple, we kind of need to look for bounces right here, like I said earlier. If it doesn't hold this, though, then we'll look for a break towards 130.50, possibly even 130 and 129. So we got a couple targets to the downside. It just depends. So we can add Apple. We can add Tesla. Let's go back through these, though, and make sure we have everything we need. What was one that I liked a lot? All right, I guess we'll add Apple. Watch for a potential hold / bounce of 131.42, 131.65. Below 131.40, target 130.50, 130, 129. Alright, so we got SPY, NVIDIA, Apple. Out of all the ones we've gone through, which one do y'all like the most besides the three I've just added? Besides SPY, NVIDIA, Apple, which one out of the few setups we just looked at would y'all add out of those? We have Microsoft, we have Meta, we have Netflix, Amazon, and don't just say it because it's your favorite ticker. Say it because you like how the pre-market is and what we've looked at up to this point. Tesla, AMD, what would y'all add out of that? I do like AMD. AMD's nice. See a few Microsofts. I see a few AMDs. I see a couple, or I see one Tesla. All right, we'll do Tesla and AMD, and then we'll try to fit Microsoft. But let's do AMD first, and then we'll add Tesla and maybe Microsoft. Where am I at? Here we are. Above 70, 10, target 70, 80 / 71, 10. Above 71.10, target 71.65, and I'm going to put and possibly because this is the previous day high, so it's not really fair to say, oh, go past that. No, this needs to be your first target if you're playing from here or here, really. If you're playing from here, this is your farther target. If you're playing from here, this is your very first close target. But past that, we have 72.70, so I'm just going to type 72.50 just to give that extra little passive range for everybody. Below 69.40, target probably 69 first because that's the strong hold number there. And then 68.35, so 69, 68.35, and 67.55. There we go. So AMD's done, and then let's maybe try to fit one more. We don't really need to because the list is already full, but we can try to get it in there. I'll just erase some of those sectors there. There we go. Now we can fit it all. Where am I at? Oh, I'm already on it. Watch for a retake of 237.20s for a potential bounce towards 238.50, 240, above 240, target 241, 242. Not trying to give people crazy targets today. Below, or hold up, we need to type that differently. A continued rejection of 237 20s. Watch for a pullback towards 235 / 233.50. Below 233.50, target 232, 230. Alright, I like that a lot actually. Pull this up a little more. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll just do this then. Sorry, sector watch list, you were in the way. Or maybe we could just do this. There we go. Oh, I can almost fit everything. Almost, just almost. Alright, so I'm going to send out this watch list. But we went over every ticker. These are just the ones we ended up typing on. There's a lot of typing today, as you can see. But I wanted to make sure all of the notes and thought process was typed out within the chart itself, too. Because I don't want people, like, thinking, oh, crap, this is happening. What do we do now? So at least we have plans for what happens if we see a bounce, a retake, what happens if we see a continuation, where do you want to see that continuation from? So we've gone over everything up to this point. That's good. But let me post this everywhere. Everybody should have it by now. All right, cool. I like the plan today. It's very simple looking. It's not super complex. We're not. I mean, we might have pulled back a little bit before open, but at least there's some room everywhere. And just for shits and giggles, let me add this to y'all so y'all can have some extra stuff here. My friend JBake also posted. So besides the TA I gave y'all this morning, he dropped over TA on the Qs, which is the tech sector. Strong rejection so far at the 280 supply zone. We're going to need a lot of strength to break above this area. Also, we broke below the upward trend line, signaling a possible downtrend short term. Above 280s, we can target 281, 281.60, 282.50, 283. Below 275.50s, mark these two levels. Target 274, 273.30s, 272.50s, and 271.50. So he's giving really good targets for both sides and giving ideas for both sides, even though he's already kind of indicating we're possibly starting a downtrend here from breaking the uptrend line. If we bounce off the 275.50s area, we can play it back up to previous day highs potentially. Good luck today. Drop some Amazon TA, which is one of the ones I didn't really like as much. So here's the two I didn't cover. There you go. Well, I mean, we did cover them, but I didn't give plans on them. JBake said Amazon watching previous day lows for a retest or recovery. Retest and rejection of 93.70s. You can target 93, 92.50, 92.25, and 92. So he's giving you the below plan in case they keep rejecting 93.70. And then a break and retest above 93.70s. You could target these areas here. We could trade all the way back up to 96 areas potentially. See, my guys always know you don't just post one side, because we've seen days like this and that end up in a crazy pump. So it's not really fair to say just because we're down and we look like we're going to continue more, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to. So you need to find those key areas and watch them, and that's exactly what he did. So really good job, JBake, making it super easy for everybody. Tesla, the exact same setup as Amazon, and the cool thing is that both of these stocks are in the same sector. So if you want to watch XLY for triple confirmation outside of that and spy in the Qs, be my guest. But previous day low, retest, or recovery. So he's literally watching the exact same thing on both charts. So watch for a retest and rejection of 117. You can target these levels below, or you can watch for a break and retest above, and you can target these levels above. And he gave a chart with the plan with all the levels and all that stuff. So be sure to check these out, please. Amazon, Tesla, and then the triple Qs. So he gave plans for everything. I see the BB bot also posted. Okay, but we already have all that covered. Cool. Cool. Everybody has it. ABNB may be down for more of a pullback since moves the last few days. Top of the morning, Vampiro. Great name. What's up, Mel? And yeah, guys, if you're just now tuning in, be sure to go back to the beginning of the stream and you can catch some of the pre-market prep where we talked about SPY, the levels we're looking at. We broke down NVIDIA, Apple, AMD, and Microsoft, which, to be fair, we broke down all of these. But these are the ones that we ended up typing up plans, and then I just showed y'all Tesla and Amazon from JBake inside of the basic membership channel. So good morning, Deep. Good morning. Went through your PDF yesterday. Amazing content. Thank you for sharing. No problem, Gabrielle. I'm glad you like it. Be sure to go through it a couple times. There's a lot of information in there, but it's definitely worth going through. Love the BB bot. Good morning, everyone. The PDF is a great thing. Glad you like it, man. And I'll repost it just so everybody has it, because I'm sure there's some people in here that weren't in here yesterday or weren't paying attention. So I'll be sure to drop the document again. But if you want to check out the PDF everyone is discussing, here it is. I'm going to post it and pin it. Pin message. Alright, so it's the pin message to the YouTube channel. It's the one I just sent in the YouTube chat. If you want the PDF, it's right there. It's free. It has a lot of the big information that we go over every day in here, as well as in the server. And this is what a lot of people in our community trade by. So check out that link. It's free. Educated guess that we might hit 399 and hard reject the lower lowest 370s, or we may continue higher. Definitely possible. Thanks for the levels this morning and the discussion as always. No problem, man. It's my favorite part of the day, really. You know, the rest of this is awesome, but the pre-market prep is my favorite part because it really does kind of get you that initiative like, okay, this is what we have to look at. This is what we need to see. This is what's possible. If this happens, that happens. You know, talking about what do bulls want and what do bears want. Talking about both sides of the story the entire way through. And yeah, be sure to drop a like on the stream. I see we have almost 200 people in here, guys. Thank you guys for being in here and supporting. Good morning, Divert. How you doing, man? What's up, Jackie? And yeah, I like completely scuffed my tweet the other day when we were talking about the power hour. There won't be a power hour on Monday because there is no market on Monday. Remember, you guys, you do have a 3-day weekend. So if you are looking to swing anything, be very careful. You have a 3-day weekend ahead of you, which can mess things up going into the next Tuesday. So just remember that. We have a 3-day weekend ahead of us. There's no market Monday. Good morning, Clive. Good morning, Henry. Good morning, Peter. How are all three of you doing? And good morning, Spicy Pepper. I'm sorry. I am kind of shaky today. We'll trade light. Sit tight. There's no need to put yourself at risk every single day, every single move. Remember that. Someone who can control when they trade and when they don't trade is a lot more disciplined. Remember that. Doing well. Good. Glad to hear that. Good morning, Green Candlestick. We were all waiting for you. Glad to have you in here, man. Is the music too quiet, too loud? Let me know. Aloha, SF. Aloha back to you. What up, Raul? How you doing, boss? Time for coffee with Devin and B. I'll drink my water with your coffee. I got you. We need to add like a hydrate button in here. It's fine. Good to hear. Good to hear. You're not even hearing music, but I'm hearing others say fine. I'm getting mixed signals here. I mean, it's okay if it's not super loud. I don't want it to be super loud. Take a drink on the 10s. It's low volume, but it's there. Okay. I'll turn it up just a hair. Just the slightest hair. Alright, I think that's perfect. It messes up sometimes where you guys, I mean, you guys know, y'all listen to some of these songs with me. Some of the songs will be like super quiet, and then some of them will be like super loud. So I have to find like a median. I'm like always sitting here adjusting my audio settings to make sure you guys aren't getting killed. Oh, dude, that's way too loud now. Please tell me you're joking. Okay. I was about to say, what? I like barely nudged it. Jack over here trolling me. Jack, you had me there. I'm not gonna lie, you had me there for an entire few seconds. I was like, what? I'm like over here checking my audio. So looking for a potential bounce looks like, and I thought the same thing by Intraday based on Apple load expected move at around 131, and it looks like we'll hit that today drawing in the puts. Nice. I'm so amazed with the BB PDF document, so much information compiled into it. I can really see how much work is put into it. If this was done by other people, I'm sure they will be selling it for an expensive amount, so thank you for sharing it to use free. Building the team, you guys rock. No problem, Jackie. And that was kind of my big thing, is that I really do have, like, I don't know what to call it, but I hate that feeling where I feel like everything I'm doing is charging. And that's why everything I release that's paid has a free version. So of course you could buy the course, of course you could pay to be in the chat, of course you could, you know, do all these things, but I also love to put out just as much free information, because it just doesn't feel right, you know. So the PDF is one of those free things. A lot of the YouTube streams, a lot of the YouTube content, all of that's free. You know, there's a lot of free information I post out there as well, with the quizzes, the candlestick stuff. I give out free stuff a lot of the time to some people depending on who they are and what kind of situation they're in. So I do appreciate that a lot, Jackie. Thank you. Because it is my goal. I don't want to be that guy where everyone's like, oh, he's charging for this and that. Like, no, I want to give out as much free information as I possibly can, put people on real game. I don't want people trading stupid strats or, you know, strategy that doesn't make sense or something that's not as repeatable, you know. So I do appreciate that. PDF is at the top of the screen. See, I told y'all guys. I told y'all somebody wouldn't see it. I told y'all. You could try Lo-Fi Girl Livestream Bueller. I use that every day at work, and it's very comfortable to listen at stable volume. Let me know if it's the only thing, Hector. I'll look it up in a little bit. I'll go back to it. Let me type that real quick so I remember. Hold up, because I won't remember. Lo-Fi Girl playlist. The only thing about that is I don't know if it's copyright or not, so I'm not going to test it now, but I will test it after the stream to see what it's about. The reason I'm playing this Spotify playlist is it's literally from some type of gamer person who literally says, as they make all these songs, but in the bio it literally says, please use this for your streams, it's not copyright. So that's why I'm able to do it. And I don't have any copyright strikes on my channel, but most of those songs we've played in all of our streams have been copyrighted, as in they won't take down the video or the audio as long as it's not like I don't try to monetize it, which I'm not going to. But the big thing is that I don't want to play that stuff so I don't get copyright strikes, because if one of those channels ever comes out and says, hey, you're using my music without my permission, well, then I'm going to get a copyright strike. So, but I will check that out later. I just typed it in one of my DMs that I saved, so I will look at that after the stream, and I'll let you know. Where's the 4 instead of the money sign? I'm blind.
Then it just makes it more beautiful of a thing.
Do you want to go for the more beautiful?
Who are you?
Oh, I see it. You typed what you said backwards. I had a $sign instead of a 4, not a 4 instead of a... I got it, though. I'm blind. Yeah, my bad, man. I don't like this new keyboard. It's a lot louder, and some of the symbols are hidden, whereas my last keyboard, they were all lit up, so... Yeah. But I appreciate that. I did not even notice that. Have it open another page. How do we look if it's copyrighted? Check out the bio of it. If it doesn't show it, then I have to look it up from Spotify's website and to see if it's good or not. And if there is no indication, then we just can't use it because we don't know. King Carnage. At the top... You still can't find it. It's at the top of the YouTube chat. It's pinned. I'll repaste it again right now. You can also scroll up in chat and just find when I sent it. It wasn't that long ago, but I just resent it. But it's literally at the top of the YouTube stream. This is going to hurt people's eyes, but look. Right here. That's where I pinned it. Okay. You found it. I was going to say, I was like, hold up. Somebody help this man. Yeah, we can go over Microsoft again. Watch for retake of 237.20s for a potential bounce towards 238.50, 240, above 240, target 241, 242. A continued rejection of 237.20. So as you can see, this is a key level right here. If they break above this, you can look for moves. If it continues rejecting, you can possibly look for continued downside, considering it's already broken an important level, and it looks like it wants to at least go test today's or the previous day open. So this is kind of what you're looking for. Is it's just like the Amazon and the Tesla setup that I showed you from the Top Watches channel. It's basically relying on the level it already broke. So it needs to either retake this and continue higher, or it needs to continue rejecting this and continue lower, which it already has done that. So it's already looking a little bit more bearish to open, but you still can't deny that bulls could pop up at open and retake that and then take us to previous day high, previous day close area. So Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon are basically all in the same seat. Tesla and then Amazon. And that's why I shared those from JBake's breakdowns, because it made a lot of sense. What's up, LW? Glad to have you, man.
One time is all you need with the right person, or the right people in the right place.
Seen any monsters lately?
Oh, not me. I'm a happy person.
You missed the machine gun keyboard? Oh, you'll still have it. I still have the machine gun keyboard here. You still have it. Wow, that's the first time I've heard that. Jake, the maker, said your keyboard is way quieter than other streams. Sound is great. That blows my mind, because I thought I was over here spamming it and you guys were going deaf over my typing. So I'm very impressed to hear that. That's pretty funny. No problem, NRD. What's up, Sack Lunch? How you doing, man? And I'm not going to look at IWM just because I don't have levels prepared for it. I don't have time to do it right now either. We're about to see the open, and I'm about to have to invite Devin in here. But if you've gone through the TA routine, whoever just asked that, Michael, if you want to add levels to the IWM, be sure to check out the TA routine. This is how I get all my levels. It's really not that hard. You could do it yourself too, bro. But add the emerging candles, go to the daily time frame, add all of those candles. And here in a few minutes, if you want me to go over it, I will. I'm just not going to do it right this second. Used to give me that wake up kick bee. I'm about to turn the printer on. What's up, Barack? How you doing, man? Good morning, Andrew. Yeah, Jack, I'll have to look into it. It sounds like it's not copyrighted from what you and the other person said, but I'll still have to look at it. What's up, Dylan? How you doing? Okay, cool, Michael. I'll go back through it. I just didn't want to do it this exact second, but I didn't want to push you off. We'll get to it, though. Alright, let me get Devin in here. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
Devin with the plan.
With the plan. Just a little weak this morning, pulling the market down. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, there's more Nancy Pelosi reports today.
Oh, yeah?
Nancy sold between $500 to $1 million worth of Tesla, $500 to $1 million worth of Google, $250 to $500,000 worth of Netflix, and $500,000 to $1 million worth of Disney. Good for her.
Most things stocks are going back up.
I'm excited. Minute 50 till open. The bank's reporting. Yeah, I saw that. And good update by Nav S, giving everybody the news on why we're possibly seeing this pullback. Good morning, JD. Tesla's popping. Good call out, Mel. Okay, thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. That actually does a lot of work for me, because that's what I was going to have to do, was email them. That's all we can do. Appreciate you, Jack. Let me know what they say, man. Back for day 2. Made some mistakes yesterday and got spanked trying to start with the fresh head. Love the mindset, one Texas X. All my exes live in Texas, am I right? Did you say good morning to them, Devin?
Yeah.
All right, you better respect the chat.
Yeah, it's like, you over here sleeping.
I'm excited, Devin.
Why?
Because today's going to be a great day.
Thought you already did something.
Hell yeah, I already did something.
You in a swing?
Maybe.
She didn't share with me.
It's in Lifetime.
Mm.
30, 29,
Yeah,
20.
Amazon getting a little bit of buyers before open. So is Google, Microsoft getting a little pre-market excited.
Tesla is as well, right?
Not as much. I mean, a little bit, but not as much as these guys.
Mel put yo 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 equals good morning. Yeah, you're not wrong. Good morning, Feroz. Glad to see you again, man.
First 10 minutes shakeout, nice. See how these buyers are gonna hold up. Google and Amazon continue higher. Microsoft switched around and pushed down towards pre-market low.
Spy's retaking 394 pretty well. We're gonna trap a bunch of short sellers right at open.
Yeah, best thing to sit on your hands, let this shake out, or catch those quick scalps if that's your game plan.
It's also not just bullish volume, everybody. The price is going to go up as people close their shorts. There's a lot of them probably, so wouldn't be surprised if you have a slight green open. Hold up, I need to use the calculator tool real quick. What was I doing? 1600 divided by 72. Okay, 1600. Oh, I did the percentage. I'm dumb. 22%. All right.
Google already losing some steam, coming turning red.
Yeah, we're getting a strong rejection of 394 now. Nice wick above.
Nvidia held that pre-market low pretty nice. Pushing back up.
AMD testing very, very crucial levels on both sides. Keep eyes on 70.10 and 69.40. Nvidia is retaking a very strong level at 162.50, so if we do see some buyers in the semi sector, looks like they're going to go test their previous day close from here. Tesla retaking 117. This can lead towards a move towards pre-market highs at around 119. Apple, as long as they hold this area below, they can definitely re-see 133. Amazon's already testing the levels I'd probably tell y'all anyway. I said a retake or a hold of 93.50s, you'd probably see 95 area. So look over 95 for any further continuation, as well as the previous day close. Netflix also popping up, rejecting highs. Meta's popping up, see if they get to their close or not. Microsoft weak at open. Square a little bit weak at open. Boeing getting some buyers at support as well. So buyers at support stepping in on a lot of these charts. Hold up, guys. This is off topic, but I need to go look at something. 15.85. Towards 15.30. Alright, sorry guys, you have my full attention now.
Apple's the one trying to hold up today, and Microsoft's the one pulling down first. See if that switches up. Two. Why is that negative? Okay. I'll take it. Meta's pushing, Microsoft testing 235. Call out so far. Beautiful day to make some money, 100% ace. Looks like a hold of 394 can bring some buyers into the market. That's a rejecting coming down to that yesterday low. Watch if it takes that pre-market low in the 115.50. is rejecting, coming down towards opening price.
SPY breaking today's open. Great call out. Good rejection so far. Failing to hold 394 in the first 10 minutes so far.
You got less than 1 minute on this 10-minute candle. Tesla's coming down towards pre-market low. Amazon, Apple getting a little wicky. Google's still red. Meta's holding up a little bit better. Microsoft's trying to get back at its pre-market low.
Yeah, Jack, I bet you're watching PFE. Financials are super weak today from all those numbers coming out. Energy and utilities also down.
New 10-minute candle.
Tesla's still holding a good area, guys. It's not like it's the end of the world yet. If it cracks 115.60 though, then you can start to think, okay, this is probably going lower. But till then, it looks like it wants to potentially hold, and a lot of things are kind of in the same seat right now. Nvidia getting some buyer movement. We've got AMD over 70.10 to see if they get over that 70.10. Apple got some good buyers into the area I expected, near 133s, so good to see that working out. Amazon as well, Netflix as well. Meta is still trying. Microsoft picking up some of the weakness it had from the exact open, so it's nice to see a little bit of a pickup from Microsoft to help out Apple. So see if that's enough to keep things up. Nothing's really breaking new lows though, so that's a good sign, or at least from the weights that we're looking at.
Nvidia's trying to pop that pre-market high.
Yeah, very ugly wick. Good call out. Apple going green to red from that reversal. But they did go tap 133, like I said, to expect if you saw some buying from open. This is definitely the area we were watching. So it's nice to see that get hit. See if they maintain control of this range or not. This is basically the range to watch, that 133, 130, 140 on Apple. King of the market. Watch for Tesla to break its pre-market low for a continuation down. If they keep holding though, you can still watch for some bounces. They have lowering volume so far through these next two 5-minute candles. Same thing for Apple really too. A lot of these things have lowering volume from open. I wouldn't be surprised to see some things reverse now and go see can they hold their open or can they hold their pre-market low. It really depends on what chart you're looking at though. Well, except Netflix, of course. They're on some other drugs today. They're killing it. They look like they're trying to hold the previous day high. Huge move by Netflix. Pretty good volume too on that candle. Watch for it to wick down or to see if it holds up strong. Pretty good move so far though. Even with SPY just sitting here. 100%, Darren. Very indecisive between those two ranges, those two areas. Done for the day. Close out my SPY swing for 130%. Good stuff, Jack. Love to hear your big day, man. Good start to the early part of 2023 as well. And we almost have 300 people in here, but 77 likes. Let's even that up, everybody. Drop a like on the stream if you are enjoying some of the breakdowns we've had from pre-market prep up to this point. Appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the streams. Thank you guys for interacting, engaging. Be sure to drop a like. Let's see if 115.60s hold on Tesla. It doesn't look like they're going to, though. Some pretty good seller reactions from open. If Amazon pushes lower too, or starts to slow down here and reject, that's going to also help Tesla potentially trying to push that new low. SPY is just in range, still trading within itself. I definitely keep eyes on Tesla and Apple. Apple to see if it can hold its today's open or not, because this is king of the market. If that moves lower, SPY is moving lower. If it doesn't, SPY has a chance of holding range. Watch Meta's open, see if they can hold that in the pre-market low. Good stuff, Barack. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate you. You guys know me. I don't really beg for likes all the time. I just saw how many people we had. I was like, okay. It's crazy to think, though, that we could be at 396, 397s within the next 20, 30 minutes. If a good hold and bounce comes from here, you could see SPY up at 396, 397 very soon. That yellow range that we have marked.
Getting a little bit of a push higher now. What is helping SPY the most? It looks like Amazon, Nvidia. Oh, Daffy, nice. I see you posting on the trade floor with the sectors. That's very helpful. It's nice to see what's hurting what by how much. You can see he posted the XLC sector just now, communication sector, which has T-Mobile, Google, Disney, Netflix, Meta, and he shows all of them are negative except Netflix trying to push higher. Good eye, Daffy. You might see some laggards in the XLC sector behind Netflix, especially if SPY gets to pumping here, which now they have rising volume. They're continuing to hold 394. Very good sign that we're going to possibly go to 396, possibly 397. Very good hold, though, so far. Looks like the healthcare sector turned green as well. Everything was red. Healthcare turning green. Very good sign. So it's still defending that pre-market low. So if they can go into the upside, that's going to be looking pretty good.
Yeah, this would be a really good risk-reward trade here if everything continues higher. Because you're right near where it could drop below. So if we're buying here, it's a very good risk-reward.
Nvidia's still messing around at that pre-market high area.
Yeah, they're very indecisive right there. 3 of the same candle back to back to back. AMD's weak as well. Just need to see Apple continue holding today's open. It's a very good sign for buyers in the overall market. It's also nice to see healthcare turning green. Nothing's really down heavily except banks, of course. And then tech. Tech's probably the second weakest. Been with you for a while now, and your levels still amaze me every day. Yeah, man, it's pretty cool to see things work. I think that's like the part of amazement when you see these levels, is just the fact that they work. You know, because it's so hard to find something in the market that you see consistently work, or at least give you some chance, I guess is what I should be saying. So it definitely is amazing. But I appreciate you though, Clive. Trust me, I still get mind blown sometimes too. We always have winners and losers in every sector. Facts, Daffy. Thanks, BB. Give me some confidence, Tesla. I mean, you should be confident as long as it doesn't break this level. That's pretty much how I put it, in short. Should be good as long as this level doesn't break. And yeah, Daffy's 100% correct. Flirting with the pre-market low. Apple defending very well. Amazon continuing even higher. That Tesla trade's looking a lot better now. For anybody who wants to get in on that Tesla potential trade there, I like that a lot. Need to see SPY continue higher. Need to see other sectors turn green. Not just healthcare, but it's nice to see Amazon moving.
Like to see Microsoft take out that opening price it's worked back up to again.
Yeah, if they can get back above open, that would definitely help Apple a lot.
They were the week one off the rip as well. Just like to see it. Meta's still holding around opening price. Pushing higher. Like to see it blast through 395.
What's up, Gold Creation? I saw you just joined the Discord. What's up, man? Max Payne's 393. All right, good to at least know. Good morning, Jorge, or George, however you'd like to pronounce it.
XLM moving lower on the day. B still holding that. Yep, still held pre-market low, coming back up, but below yesterday low. Nvidia's still struggling at pre-market high.
Microsoft's still struggling at the open that you talked about. Staples turned green. Amazon hit 96. I am impressed right now. If Tesla doesn't move off this and we get a slowdown, Tesla is going to break that pre-market low because it didn't get any movement off that low. Tesla exceptionally weak after that news that came out. Nvidia is still having problems with the previous day close around 165.10s. Amazon really doing all the work just for nothing to back it up. Meta and Apple just kind of holding, not really moving much. Microsoft still rejecting, getting almost no movement. And Tesla getting a little bit more movement now, but they're barely defending that pre-market low. If Amazon was to slow down here, that'd be a very, very bad sign for Tesla. Really good push, though. I still like the hold of this so far. It's just very aggressive of a trade if anybody's taking that. You want to see a pop over 117 and a pop over their current high over 118. So it's almost every dollar right now for Tesla to the upside. Amazon finally cashed in on all my orders. Why would Amazon affect Tesla? Because they're within the same sector. Amazon and Tesla are in the same sector, so they definitely affect each other. You'll always see me do the same for Apple and Microsoft. Apple and Microsoft work together. Sometimes they fight against each other. They help and hurt each other. It's the same story for Amazon and Tesla. Now, the thing that's kind of weighing Tesla down, though, is they did have news. So they were already kind of more bearish than anything else in their sector. But that's what gives me a little bit more confidence in Tesla possibly trying to move higher. But if Amazon was to slow down, that'd be very bad timing for Tesla. And yeah, you can check trade floor 2 from Daffy's post. He just typed about it, actually. It's either lagging or it really wants to go down.
Right now, Microsoft and Apple are wicking down again.
I like the initial breakout on SPY on this candle here because it had rising volume candle to candle and it broke 394 and held above the current high that we had from that day. So I like the breakout. The continuation, though, is not as strong. We have a good breakout candle here afterwards, but not really that amazing of volume. It didn't even really reach this candle's volume. So that is a little concerning on a potentially weak push on SPY, but it is a very good breakout entry right here that happened, so that was very clean. Nvidia turning green. They're getting over previous day close right now.
So getting over 117.
AMD's fighting 70-10 and Nvidia's breaking previous day close. Keep an eye on the semis to see if they continue or not. Yeah, Tesla getting some buyers finally. I was going to say, it's either lagging or it's about to fall because it's not following anything.
See if SPY can get over this 95 now with volume. Apple coming back up. Microsoft coming back up. Need to get over that opening price on both.
If you did take any early Tesla trades, you should be taking profits right now against the high of day. The meat of the high. That has to be your first target. No matter, I don't care how many contracts you're in. Take most of your profits against the high if you did take Tesla trade idea. You should not be looking to continue going balls deep right now. You have no confirmations that it is going to go higher. Also, I think I still saw Amazon was slowing down. It is. So it's going to affect Tesla a little bit here. People are going to take some profits there.
XLM is just pushing down towards 112 and the 111.74 yesterday low.
Good stuff, Henry. Glad to hear you banked on Tesla. Like I said, that's a good risk-reward buy because it was basically at the death level. If it falls here, it's falling. It's going to fall hard. But this is a good risk-reward spot as long as it holds. That's why I liked it there. You had 3 in a row candles lowering volume and small body candles with big volume that don't match their candles, initially saying there might be a small bounce here. And then the extra confirmation on top of Amazon continuing even higher. Now here, I probably wouldn't have been as confident, but they kept going and hit 96. That's what gave me a little bit more confidence that Tesla does have at least one push in store. Anything past that, I need a little bit more confirmation. I don't like this breakout on SPY though. I liked the initial breakout of this candle. I don't like these next 2 candles so far. Consumer expectation data in 2 minutes. Thank you, Chris Van Slyke. Van Slick. Appreciate that. Somebody DM me and said, took Tesla puts overnight. Sends me a screenshot and they're up 230%. It's a wild day for them. Rising volume on Tesla. Decent sign of strength here on their own. Amazon still just slowing down against 96. Nothing crazy. They haven't sold off from it, though, so that's a good sign. And SPY's still holding. How's Apple and Microsoft doing? Apple getting a little bit of buyer movement. Microsoft still can't get over today's open. That's a weak sign right there.
Same with Meta and Google doing about the same.
Meta and Google are both weak too.
Yeah, today's opens.
Abandoning Netflix's strength. Apple got some rising volume. That could get a really good pop into 133, possibly over 133 into the 133.40s.
Nvidia pretty much touched that yesterday high and looked already back to pre-market high. See if it's going to hold that pre-market high and go back up.
It's still fighting that previous day close. That's wild. See if Tesla gets another boost here to follow Amazon.
Got that new 30-minute candle trying to push.
You DM'd me? What's your name on there? I don't have any missed DMs right now, so I must have clicked over you somehow. But let me know what your name is on there, Ashley. A sunflower. Okay. I'll find you. Oh, well, you're not in the Discord, that's why. Are you sure you sent me a DM? I don't have a DM from you. I hope you're not messaging a fake Bueller. I'll send you a DM right now. Hi, this is me. That's the real me.
Real Bueller.
I don't know who you DM'd, but that was not me. I just sent you one that said, hi, this is me. Watch a fake Bueller's watching the stream. They go message her real quick and say, hi, this is me. That would be some shit.
Max effort. So far, we're getting a wick off that quick pop.
I'll send you an invite first, Ashley, because you're not even in the Discord. But I'll send it to you and I'll give you the ladies' room. That's something a fake Bueller would say. I mean, y'all see how crazy it is. You literally see it right here. Somebody saying they're messaging a fake. Like, that's how crazy it is. It was already pretty bad. The more viewers we got, the worse it's gotten. That's incredible. You saw the fake nerdy bicep, right, Devin?
No.
Yeah, there was a second fake nerdy bicep that happened.
Sheesh.
My team got him, though, last night. There was no reason to even fret. Lee landed and the guys were on that super quick.
Well, there was that Instagram that was a pretty good one for a while that literally copied everything that was messaging people. These are wild.
Yeah, they're copying the mods now. They're copying members that are in the chat very heavily. It's pretty wild. Just remember, guys, I will not reach out to you first and ask for your account information. I do not care about that stuff. Most of the time, you're the one who has to reach out to me first. Which it's very easy to find me. If you're in my chat, I'm literally at the top right of your screen as one of the founders. On any other social media, it's even easier to tell that it's not me because they'll have no engagement on their post. They'll have the same followers, the same profile pic, same bio, same background picture, but they will not have the engagement that my posts have. So be sure to check that. Hundreds of people look at my post every day. The fake pages are not going to get that type of viewership. So that's how you can tell as well. It's very annoying that I can't preemptively stop them before they get to y'all. Ashley, I'm giving you the role now for the ladies channel. There you go. SPY still having some indecisive bullish push here. Like I said, I didn't really like these last couple candles. Very indecisive push here. Crazy amount of volume in this candle. Second most in the day so far. Apple's struggling to hold over 133. Microsoft's still struggling to get above today's open and just a bigger time frame level in general. Meta is still holding 135.50 very well. You might see a nice pop on here if the XLC sector continues to go red to green. I do like that a lot. I like how it kind of came up. And here we can do a little fib just to show y'all. From open up to this high, they came down and held the golden pocket. I was going to say, it looked like it held something pretty decent. So nice to see it holding a decent retracement. Got a little 3-bar play there almost. I know they're getting that buyer stepping in, so that's nice to see. Tesla's still defending the 117, so there's a good chance you see them smack 119 if they can get over their today's high.
Well, just pushed higher over 133. Amazon pushing new high. That's going to help.
Yeah, Tesla should definitely hit 119 then. Even with its continued weakness. SPY getting another movement up. Good to see. Nice little relief bounce this morning so far, though. Like I said, bounces could definitely occur in between this area. We definitely got one. They exited 394 with rising volume. That's a good 40% entry. We haven't really had an 80% entry. Does everyone understand that, though? The difference between an open range breakout and the retest entry? Sometimes you'll hear us call it the 40% or the 80% entry. This is the 40% that happened. We have not had an 80%. You can say a short-term retest happened. If you go from point of breakout to the high of that reset candle, they did hold the golden pocket. So a short-term retest was in effect, but we have not seen any more mid-term or longer-term retest happen. Good stuff, Wag Trader. Solid entry, man. He got in on the break of 165, I assume.
Yeah, it's at that yesterday high. If it gets over that, it's going to be looking really good.
Good job, Wag. I'm still kind of going over Tesla just to make sure it's all finished out. I already told a lot of you to take profits into the 118. I do still see a few of you trading it, so I wanted to make sure y'all are covered. But it looks like it wants to at least tap 119s. We're almost there. Really good job, though, if anybody took my advice on the trade idea, buying at the good risk-reward spot as it was holding 115.60s. That was a very, very good risk-reward spot to buy at. Tesla and Amazon are moving up together, finally. Good to see. Great call out. Who said that? Christian Diaz. Round of applause to you, man. Good job clicking around and making sure what the sector is doing. XLC getting a little stronger. They were at 0.40% when I said that just a few moments ago. Meta getting a little more weak now, Devin. Netflix is up against 336. They hit 118.89. I was 11 cents off. I'm so sorry.
Microsoft rejected hard, coming back down to that pre-market low.
Yeah, now I'd be looking for some better confirmations for any new plays, guys, because we're just seeing a lot of top-heavy charts with not amazing pushes. The only one that really impressed me was Netflix. And maybe Amazon. But the rest of these are a little top-heavy now, with not amazing confirmation for further movement to the upside. Good job, though, if anybody took this Tesla trade idea. Good job if you paid attention to my SPY levels, because both of those have paid so far. I can't really give credit to myself on any of the others yet. Yeah, BA doing really good today, too.
Yeah, less than 30 seconds left on this next 10-minute candle.
Yeah, I'm really not surprised to see coin still going. I showed y'all a few days ago what I had posted in Lifetime. I'll show you again. This is what gave me initial potential call out on saying coin's probably going to go up over the next few days. I posted it here. I'll show you in Lifetime just so you don't think I'm making this shit up. Coin bullish setup. You can see the date. Where's the date? 109. So January 9th, 4 days ago. Bullish setup, which is weird to say after all this selling. Rising volume close over 921 combo can bring 40, 41, 44, and 46. So I was calling out to about here. You can see above the 9. They get here, they slow down, they hold the base. They have a bullish kicker that closes above the 21 with rising volume, a very strong buyer candle signal. Go back over to the chart. You can see they've well surpassed all of my expectations of saying 46 is where they're most likely going from about 38. So they're over $10 up from that post. Very, very clean move, though. That will probably need some potential slowdown. So even if you do see some more buying, as long as they stay under 52, you should see some basing or some sort of retracement back down towards maybe 41, 42, 43 area. And then we can look to see if we get lowering volume, and if we do, look for another buyer move. But yeah, that was definitely covered a few days ago. That was clean. I even brought it up in the stream just to show people an example of what you can look out for. Devin does, Mr. Jake the Maker. Devin does, the other guy in the stream.
What I do? Trade futures.
Yep. Asking about SPY and NASDAQ futures.
Trying to see if SPY's going to pop this high here right now. Apple's pushing up. Amazon making new highs. Google slowly pushing up.
Microsoft's still struggling with 237.20. If they can pop that, that'll help out a lot. We're almost up to that first area I mentioned on SPY as well.
Also pushing over 119. Like to see it. Amazon still rallying.
Don't be greedy. If you're someone still in Tesla, do not be greedy. This is not the time to be there right now. Hitting 396s basically right now on SPY. This is the first mentioned area. 396 up to about 397.30 is what I've been saying all morning long. It's nice to see the bounce area work, though. And it actually gave a pretty solid entry, too. The way up was a little rough, but the entry was very clean. So good job to anybody who's been paying attention to the levels. The 394 was definitely the key. Let's go back through some of these and see what else is possible. AMD is up to their previous day close. They need to pop that in 71.10 to reach the previous day high. Nvidia is already breaking through their previous day high. Good job, WAG Trader. He called that out in the YouTube chat. Tesla smacking 119.30. Already covered that, though. Apple's at pre-market high. Amazon's really killing it today. I would even go as far as saying Amazon's the reason Tesla's not below 115.60s right now. Good stuff, Mel. What's up, Sand Dollar? He said Tesla just closed my greedy 50% gains on me calls.
Good stuff, Sandollar.
That's my boy right there. I'm just really glad you guys got some really clean entry finds today. It wasn't something that was impossible to see. I would actually say today's initial breakouts were a little easy to see. And it actually gave you a little bit of time before entry too, so always happy to see that. I knew today was going to be a great day. I said it before the market opened. Today was going to be a great opportunity day. Especially making up for a lot of people's mistakes yesterday with all of the indecisive range traded in. A lot of people got caught and lost money on stupid trades. So if you did the same, you are not alone. A lot of people were in that boat yesterday. I pictured Bezos and Musk holding hands skipping through a field of flowers. Picture the same thing but on a different planet. But if you made back some of your losses yesterday, and I'm not really talking about in terms of making back what you lost, I'm more in terms of speaking what you mentally lost. You know, taking some of those bad trades or taking those mistakes. Hopefully you made that up with some good quality disciplined trades today so far. Yep, Chris, that's why I've been telling people to take profit. 119 is a great spot to get out of your longs. Good job, though, guys. You guys were buying in the 116s, 117s. You got out at 119. That's definitely a great trade on Tesla. The SPY breakout was clean, too. It was just a little rough on the way up. And I'm assuming it's because of the amount of different sectors that were battling each other. You guys saw Apple and Microsoft battle each other. You saw Amazon and Tesla battle each other for a little bit before they started kind of trading in sync. You saw Nvidia and AMD not really go anywhere for a little bit. Meta's not really helping out Netflix. Google's not really helping out. You know, so there's a few things that are kind of fighting their own sectors within SPY, and that's why you're getting these rough candles in between. You got to remember, SPY is not just a single ticker. SPY is a made-up conglomerate of all of these tickers. These are the sectors of it. What are within those sectors? More tickers that have different weights. So, of course, as they move differently, it's going to affect SPY differently. It's not just tech versus discretionary. Sometimes it's tech versus tech, discretionary versus discretionary. You know, you always have their different tickers and they're fighting each other. Good stuff, Wag Trader. Very happy to hear that. That's the best feeling. It's not about the money. It's about being able to take a disciplined trade and really gain back some of that mental confidence that you might have lost in a past mistake. That's the best part of that. Great job, man. I'm very happy for you. Yeah, Amazon does have some pretty good consistent volume. They're one of the few that have that, and that's why I was so impressed with it. So I'm not surprised if they slow down now. They've had a pretty impressive rally this morning. Same with Netflix. They had pretty decent moves. Now they're slowing down against the next area. Meta failing to show any sign of confidence over the current date high. Rejecting it 1, 2, and a third time. Now let's see if they can break their kind of base support they have here at 135.50. If they crack that, which I showed you guys earlier, the retracement that they're holding, if they crack 135.50, they will most likely want to test today's open, maybe even the pre-market low. So not a huge trade idea there, but definitely a good move you can look for. Microsoft failing to get over the today's open as well as the previous day. Oh no, that wasn't the previous day close. I'm sorry. The bigger time frame level that was also from yesterday. But again, failing to get over 237.20s yet again. That's 5 candle rejections in a row.
Oh, that's not giving up, though. Not quite.
Not giving up any ground. I see base turning flat again. Staples went back red, but they're relatively flat. Energy picked back up a little bit.
Yeah, excellent. We got back above pre-market low, coming up towards the opening price.
I've not moved my arrow since that post. They're getting a little tired now that they're approaching those highs again, around 114, 115 area. This is like Trap Jingle Bells or something. It's called Naughty. I'm gonna play a different one. Xmas Funk. Good post, whoever just said the Rising Wedge. Dominic, see you. The BB Bot, a couple of my friends that run this, ran a post on the small Rising Wedge on the SPY 5-minute chart with resistance at about 395.72, 396 area. If we reject this level over and over, then we can get a 5-minute close below 394.70. Then we'll likely see downside continuation towards 383.70. Mainly expecting this bullish price action to continue above 395.70s and 396.10. Just wanted to show both sides. I like that. That's how we do things in here. But they also see that same wedge that you're pointing out. Great call out. And this happens a lot of the time when you have relief buying or a very sharp angle of buying happening, which we've had both. A sharp angle, and this is mainly relief buying from the already lowering starting market. SPY getting some nice continued strength. Nice.
Yeah, pushing up through that 396.
Tesla is helping out.
Meta finally trying to push that high, see if you can make it happen.
I'd love to see Microsoft pop.
Excellent helping out. Yep. Microsoft, Meta, Google can get going. SPY could definitely go test that pre-market high.
Easily.
Because it's done it without it so far. The financials haven't done too much with it as well. NVIDIA got over that yesterday high and is trying to hold on top of. That's looking pretty good.
And who's excited for the Power Hour streams next week? First one will be on Tuesday. I'll try to do another one on Thursday next week. I'll be doing those. I'll try to start it like a couple minutes before Power Hours to get everybody in here on time. And then right as it's starting, of course, we'll go over some stuff. Awesome, awesome. Glad to hear. And yeah, a recent trade, and that's why I was checking American Airlines this morning. A recent trade, I'm doing a 1K account for my Lifetime group. I'll show you all the trade I just did. I started a new 1K account to do for mainly swings. I'm sure I'll try to catch some scalps here or there. But for the most part, it's going to be, what's it called? It's going to be just passive trades. You're not going to see me take a trade every single day. But I have a trade log with it as well, which if you want it, yeah, I'll send it. But I said, despite the push from airlines, and you can see the day before I was already watching it and did not enter. No trade for me because we had CPI that next day. But I had already been watching American Airlines because it was way overbought, hitting a good supply area. And then we got this pump that day, the next day, which gave me pretty good confidence in getting into a short considering we're so far from my EMAs. We're so far from this old supply. And I just see it as an area that needs to be tested again. We grabbed some February 17th just to be safe. I always grab safe contracts at 0.72. We ended up getting in. I shared that the two I got in with the 1K account. So I spent just under 15% of the account, which is a little bit more than I like, but still decent. And then what else? Talked about this before open today. 42 minutes before open today. AL very close to the take profit spots. Watch 16, 15.85 for TP. Can also just trim one at open and then try to sell one when a new low is made. Right at open, I said, or right before open, I said definitely taking at least one at open. Watched to trim the second one with the new stop loss. Sold one at 88. Got out for 22%, and then I sold the second for 6%. I didn't even want to see it go break even. I wanted to just get out of that trade because it looks like we are getting some relief buying happening across the market, so it's just not helping out the position. So I will wait to re-enter that, or I'll just wait and I'll look for a new setup on Tuesday. But I'm probably not going to take anything over the weekend. But pretty good first play to start off the account, I guess. Oh, I guess I could show you the bigger time frame. I don't care about that one. But as you can see, though, they've already recovered so well, and they're already hitting the moved up stop loss. So it's a good thing we took all of our profits already and just waiting to re-enter. I do still like this for an overbought chart. The reason this was down initially this morning is because of DAL having earnings that came out. It was kind of buy the rumor, sell the news. Even if it had good news, it was going to drop. And then also the fact that SPY started lower. So that kind of gave us really good initiative to take profits on that from the relief bounce. A big thing that we're going to be looking at next on American Airlines, if I take another trade, I'm not the type to double dip. I don't like to double dip at all. It really does hurt my profit loss. I don't know why I suck at taking the same trade twice. But I'm going to assume that if it continues holding above this area, I'm going to have to wait for a better seller signal to pop up. So I'm going to wait for either an inverted hammer or some sort of seller candle to pop up that I like. If we get another gapped up small body candle, I'll probably do the exact same thing I did on this day. So I'm probably going to wait to redo this on Tuesday or Thursday, depending on what day I get my signal. But that is still in the works. So, but I wanted to show that to y'all because I know a few of y'all were asking about swings and stuff. But that's what we took. Where's Geo at? Asking about all these trades, man.
Nvidia about to make new high day after holding yesterday high. It's looking good.
What's up, Noxda? Hope you're doing great today, man. And whoever asked about IWM earlier, I did have it charted, actually. I just added a couple smaller time frame levels just now, but they got a really good hold of 184.20s, and they got their bounce from there. Came down all the way to their open with the long-legged doji, rising volume doji, and then you got a good lowering volume break, which on SPY, this was a rising volume breakout. On IWM, it wasn't, so small caps were a little bit weak until 10 minutes later. But they've now hit their next expected area. I'd watch for them to go push towards their pre-market high if they hold this area. So not good risk reward to get into another trade, but still good to watch. Whoever asked about that earlier. I feel that, Noxta. I feel that. Yesterday was kind of that day for me, Noxta. I saw how everything was, and I was just like, man, I don't even want to trade anything. But they gave good opportunity for today.
Actually about to push 120.
Apple getting good movement. AMD definitely having some relative weakness in the semiconductor sector. Watch for this to potentially pop these two areas right here if Nvidia continues higher. Which again, those don't have to move together. I'm just pointing it out in case it is lagging. Damn, Devin, nice.
Yeah. Should have made a lot more, but I kept taking profits really fast because I wasn't too confident in this upside move, but it works.
Damn, that kid's got moves.
We're at the pre-market high now. Microsoft's still not moving. Meta and Google a slow drift up, but no breakout.
Yes, King Cabina. I've clicked on Meta a few times now. I'll always go back through these and repeat trade plans, so be sure you're listening. But they need to get over 136.60s. That's the previous day close. They need to get over that area to show any kind of increased strength. They are showing weakness in the XLC sector, and that's why me and Devin said if them, Google, and then Microsoft in the XOK sector, if those can get any movement to the upside past their levels, Microsoft's 237.20s, Meta's is 136.70s, and then I don't have Google on my chart, but I'm sure Google has a pretty good area there. What's your level on Google for upside action?
I gotta get over 91.20, then 91.87.
There you go. There you go. Now you're good, King Cabina. I think I was mixing your name up with someone else. There's another King in here. I was like, dude, you were just here. Good morning, Bueller. Do you put in perspective the VIX when entering your trades? Hell no. That's a good way to hesitate. Because too many people misconstrue what VIX actually is. Most people think VIX is the opposite of SPY, and that's not true at all. So a lot of people use that as a confluence indicator, and they'll be like, oh, VIX is popping, I'm going to get into puts. And then they're like, well, why is SPY still rising? Well, they don't revert. They're not the exact opposites, dummy. They're not going to do that. So jumping into trades, I'm not calling you a dummy, I'm just saying in the example. But a lot of people misconstrue that very heavily. VIX tracks volatility based on SPX options. It's tracking volatility, not price movement. Which essentially is close to the same thing, but they're not. So no, I don't use VIX to grab any perspective on my trades. It'll literally lead you to hesitate. And you'll go look it up. Watch it on YouTube. I promise you, 99% of people who post on YouTube about VIX have no idea what they're talking about. They'll tell you to use it as an exact opposite. They'll tell you to use the dollar as an exact opposite, which is not true either. The dollar's never been an exact opposite of the markets. It does add bullish and bearish pressure into the equity markets, which equity markets is what we're looking at right now. SPY, Amazon, Tesla, SPY. These are all equities right here. They do affect equities with bullish and bearish pressure, but they're not exact opposites. The dollar's actually been not as helpful lately as it was 2 months ago. 2 months ago, it was super accurate using with SPY. Now it's not as accurate. It's because they're disparating from each other. They're growing away from each other. But just wanted to let you know that, because VIX is not an exact opposite at all. And anybody who tells you that has no idea what they're talking about. A cool indicator to look at, which I don't look at enough, but it is pretty cool to look at, is ADD, $ADD. This is the declining versus advancing issues or equities in the SPY, or in the New York Stock Exchange. This is essentially showing you buying and selling based on everything in the New York Stock Exchange. So if 90% of stocks are moving up and 10% are sitting flat, or the 10% are dropping, this is going to show a rise because the majority is rising, and vice versa. So this is a very good one if you really want to watch something like that. But no, I do not use VIX. I do like looking at the VIX bigger time frame, though. I'm pretty addicted to that. Which you could see today, VIX, all it did was drop. So, I mean, today that seemed to work out for everybody. But this is just, again, showing volatility is dropping. And that's because the news is behind us. So this is going to drop. So the next bigger area of demand to look out for, which you can see it's actually reacted to my areas pretty well. It's all just basic supply and demand. It's most likely going down to 1730, and if we get a crazy break of that, we might even see below 15 on VIX, which is just crazy to say out loud. Because last time that happened, big fear stepped into the market shortly after. You can see every time we've gone down into this bigger area, a lot of fear steps in almost instantly as it approaches the middle or bottom of that range. Have not tested it all year. We didn't test it all of 2022 either. Let me just leave that on that so I don't mess it up. Facts, Tobias, 100%. You can see Tobias saying it as well. You know, at first, it was super helpful. Now it's not as helpful. But you can see, it was a good temporary edge, like Tobias said. VIX had massive calls yesterday. They are getting wrecked. Yeah, that's why you don't just randomly buy it. Tesla, thanks Daddy B for the call out on the base build. Took several scalps up to 120. Beautiful job, man. Very happy to hear from you, Leland. And thank you for giving me credit, but I'm sure you sell that on your own. Leland is a humble leader. Good job, though, man. Happy for y'all's gains. That was definitely call out of the day. That and then SPY over 394. Everything else I'm not going to get credit for because I didn't call it out. Just been giving nice updates on some of these tickers like Amazon strength, Netflix strength, seeing Meta's weakness, seeing Microsoft's weakness. We've been covering it pretty well today. But the only true call outs today were SPY and Tesla.
It's not that way at all. You can take it once and never have to take it again.
And let me know, did anybody take SPY over 394? Did anybody take the Tesla good risk reward buy the dip area? Did anybody take that? It's totally fine if you didn't. If you didn't, go back and mental trade it. Go back and review it. It's a very good example today. Thoughts on BA with this pullback? Let me go look. They're actually still in a bullish pullback, technically. They have lowering volume, and they're still above the areas they broke out. They held today's open. They held really good areas on their shorter time frames and bigger time frames. Pushed up, held a good retracement, got a good push through the previous day highs, slowed down with a rising volume inverted hammer, and now you have a little bit of a pullback, but with lowering volume. So you actually could see a bullish bounce here still. Key areas to look at for whoever asked about that. Paul, is I'd watch between here. If you can look for a bounce in between the area of the wick and then the high of yesterday, which also lines up with previous day close. But it also tracks the latest breakout. So if you see a hold of this area, you could still get a good bullish bounce. If they lose this area, it'll most likely retrace. Which you have this area to worry about where they held. You have this area to worry about where they held. So 213.60 and 212.40. Would you recommend studying charts or for a chem test? Well, considering you got a pretty fat gain this morning, I'd go study for your chem test since you already got your charts out of the way, and you can return to those later on for review. So personally, if I was in your seat, Jack, I would go study for that chem test. I know, boring answer. King Cabina. Hey, good stuff, Mel. He got 55% on his Tesla. Let's check out some of those trade reviews. Oh, Rowdy was trading Forex. Good stuff. Probably the only Forex guy I pay attention to because anybody who teaches Forex has no idea what they're talking about. Except my boy Rowdy here. He's pretty dope. Same setup as yesterday on the daily. Bought some more time in case it took an extra day, but opened at 100%, so I took it. Beautiful job. LRD getting Tesla shorts 2 days in a row. Here's Wags Nvidia trade. I knew he was going to post it. Nvidia trade today. Thanks for the stream and callouts. Let me know what to watch out for breakout. Highest take profit was at 35%. Beautiful percentage, Wag. Let's look at this, though. I like that using the auto indicator so you don't have to draw it all. You could just do your bigger time frames and then add this on later. highlighted the rising volume, so he entered 167.50 calls at 0.63. Volume break of key level. Nice patience on this candle. Bullish volume in my favor. So he liked that it closed over. He liked that I had rising volume candle to candle. He got in at 0.63. Scaled out some at 0.73. Saw the new high get made. And then at the new high again at 0.84. Beautiful job, dude. I love that trade. That is a very, very nice trade. Daffy adding on a good point. No bias. Not having bias. 100%. We got Sherman's trade here. I love the stock market. Typo in my review. PDO is actually previous day close. No biggie. Took calls from 132.90 level from... Damn, y'all took kind of the same trade. Wagon, you both took the same trade basically, but on two different charts. He traded on Nvidia. You did Apple. To 133.39. 0.72 to 0.90 for a 25% gain. 80% entry at 132.90 with decreasing volume to the downside. You can see he highlighted his volume as well to give me more confidence. Stop loss, thank you for posting that, man. Stop loss was at 132.60s or the low of the doji before the breakout. Could always re-enter if necessary. Great job. I like that trade a lot. Mental trade here by Jazz. Always love these. This is what I want to see more people do. I have yet to see it. Jazz has been one of the few people doing this. Mental trade deck. Entered with 2 call contracts at 414.30. Stop loss 413.50. Target 416.50. Let's see. Okay, nice. So bought above as it held the EMA. It was also holding the days, or no, days opens right here. Target kept 1 runner. Good stuff. Be sure to add a little bit more information on where your, actually, I guess I don't care about the result of the trade. It's just nice to see how you broke it down. Good stuff, Jazz. I like that a lot. Be sure to maybe label what you're trading to and from. Maybe that's one thing you could add, but everything else is perfect. I love that you're focused on the TA, not the profits or losses. Let's add a fire emoji to this one. Mel here. Got in pretty much when we were talking about it. I'm sure he got in before me. I'm not going to sit here and say Mel got it because of me. No, definitely not. Mel was in on his own. Mel loved the risk reward that was down here. He ended up getting out at the 119, 120 pop for 55%. Beautiful job, Mel. Here we go. This is what I want to see. More mental trades. That's what I want to see more posts of in here. So if you guys really want to impress me, post some mental trades in here of the 40%, the 80%, the buy the dip entry. Notice the small increase in volume at 70.10. Okay, which was the key level about right here. While reviewing, noticed break above the 9 EMA. This is the combo with the increasing volume is a strong buy signal, 100%. Broke 70.10 on the 5-minute with decreasing volume. Had $70 as a mental stop loss. Nice, I like that a lot. So very solid entry. Has reasons for entry, reason for stop loss, has targets. Exited at 70.70 as volume was not increasing as was at, and was at my profit level. Beautiful, beautiful mental trade here by Darren here, Mr. Double D. Love these mental trades, guys. Great post today. God, you guys are destroying it. I'm so damn proud.
So just 3-bar play through 120 on the 10-minute. Pushing higher. See if this volume's gonna come in.
We have a rejection and a potential lower high here on SPY. If we get any kind of seller candle pop up with volume, there's a good chance we're pulling back from here. So I'm going to go from point of breakout above 394 to the high of this move. If we do pull back, this is where we're going. Make sure to listen, because I do point out everything I'm doing, everything I'm explaining, I always point it out. Point of breakout to the high of the move so far. This is where price will probably reject, or if rejecting, this is where price will retrace towards. MH10 HD gang or die. Here, I'll pin that, Max. I replaced my pin message for your message. HD gang or die. Love it.
So that's Max.
Yeah, that's my Max. Your review of review is Boss Goat collaborative leadership. What a sentence. I'm shaking.
That's the pop of that pre-market high. Amazon's almost at yesterday high. Meta pre-market high. Microsoft, Google still haven't started moving.
Good buyers here stepping in with low volume on SPY. We still have about 3 minutes on this candle.
Oh, Max is on the sandwiches.
He doesn't make sandwiches. You like picture that he works at Subway. You mean manager, Max? Devin? You better talk right.
But he still makes sandwiches.
Nah, not Max. My boy leads people.
On how to make great sandwiches.
Hey, somebody's got to do it.
You're right.
Tesla's on crack. Has Microsoft penetrated that level yet? Nope.
No.
Jesus, dude. What about Google? Have they moved?
No.
Meta has. Out of the three, Meta is the only one.
Yep, Meta trying to pop pre-market high. Amazon's almost at that yesterday high. Apple's above pre-market high, below yesterday high.
Switch to paper, take a second contract on coin, exit at 50%. Round of applause, Taylor. That's exactly what I want to hear. I want to see more people discuss mental trades.
New high day on NVIDIA. Just bounced around on that yesterday high, then pushed higher.
Sack Lunch, who are you asking that towards? We've had many losses in here. You just talking about people in general? No new high of day still on SPY, even with that push. Volume on rising SPY is alarming. 100%. It's almost been a little cascade of volume. We've had a little bit of an increase, and then since then we've had a little bit of a decrease. Remember to hydrate, everyone. Green candlestick is right, everybody. Make sure you have a water or something. Be sure to hydrate.
The thing I do like to see on this Tesla chart today is that it got hit with that bad news and it got bought up this time. It was a nice little sell-off. Could be starting to turn around on that one.
You didn't sell too early, Leland. You sold on time.
New spot, 10-minute opening near the high of the day.
There you go. That's a better way of putting it, Leland.
Gotta ride the 9, Leland. Gotta ride the 9.
Possibly foul. I wouldn't say quite yet. I want a better base build here, but you do have one hit here, and then you had a lower low hit. Rising volume on that small candle. So you have a good igniting candle holding today's open. So this is a pretty strong area between this candle and that candle right here. So you have a short-term move here with lowering volume. If this holds this again, that'll be a very strong buy the dip potential. You also kind of have an angle forming here. I don't like drawing trend lines, but you do have kind of an angle forming right here. So also keep eye on that. But I do like the potential here, foul. I'd say that's the first move. You might want to look for a better move to come hold this again, and then see if it pops over this first move. That would be your better entries. Wait for rising volume past this spot here. So if you don't get that retest, no biggie, but that's what you should wait for. So right now they're just battling their previous low. But good find, foul. I can see you're looking for the right thing. Canal Street. Oh, good job, Taylor. I already see you posted your trade reviews. Amazing, amazing job. I like the discipline and conviction everybody has right now. I'll go back to it, foul. I was just going to give it a few minutes. Damn, this song kind of hits.
What was in the dubs?
Gangsta Rapper. Rapper spelled with a W-R-A-P-P-E-R. Like Christmas rapper.
My money don't jiggle jiggle.
It folds.
That's a real gangster rapper right there. What is Microsoft doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I stopped looking at it. She's just so tired.
You know where.
Making Devin yawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Microsoft and Google can't get going. All it takes is a couple of these stocks to roll over and spot is done for the day. It might be done for the day now, but it's trying to hold here so you get one more push. But you need some stuff to pick up for it to get that push.
Netflix is looking good for potential reversal back down towards 332.50s. I like that one a lot. Yeah, we can't really... Meta's back down to square one with Microsoft and Google again. Definitely the three boring ones today. Meta, Google, Microsoft.
Amazon slowing down against that yesterday high, 97 area.
Oh, I want to try more of these Christmas rap songs. These are kind of dope. As I said a few minutes ago, Matt, I do like potential for shorts here. We just need more confirmation because right now you're in an indecisive area. I was telling people this morning, do not pick up trades in between this area. This is a caution area right now. This is where bulls could see really good moves. They could get trapped. This is where bears could start to develop consolidation to build us back down for a pullback. You know, so there's a few things that can happen from this area. This is kind of a highlight area between yesterday's open and close, but they're both levels from the bigger time frame. It just happens to kind of roll over that previous day open, previous day close. So you could initially say this is kind of a caution indecisive range. SPY's previous day high, Logan, is a little bit higher. 398.50.
98.50.
Or $2 away from that. I do like the risk reward for shorts here though, Matt. I'm just waiting for better confirmations to really kind of push people into that. But I do like it a lot more because, like I said a few moments ago, I want to see it reject. I want to see another seller candle or seller reaction pop up here, and that will lead towards a pullback most likely. So you're not crazy for looking at it that way. King Carnage, as I just explained, the reason it's indecisive is because they're from bigger time frame. They're not from here, but they overlay over the previous day open and previous day close, which, as we all know, are two very, very, very strong pivot points. So using those as a combined area, I can tell people, hey, this is probably not a range to trade in. You want to look for moves from here or moves from here. You don't want to trade in between here. So that's why I say that. A very indecisive range because those are two very strong pivot points. Just picture two walls closing in on you like in Star Wars. You don't want to trade in between those two walls. You're good, Logan. I was just making sure nobody read that wrong. You're totally fine, though. Thank you for correcting it. Appreciate that. Would the close below a 90 EMA on the 5-minute be a good confirmation? Yes, it would be. You can also watch the 10-minute with the 5-minute if you want to as well, Matt. That's also been a very helpful strategy for finding passive reversals. No, it's not a dumb question, King. Not a dumb question at all. The dumb question is the one that doesn't get asked. I was just reiterating because I did literally just say it, so. But no, don't be sorry. It's good to ask questions. It's good to know why. This sounds like Pokemon music. Hector, you can use my American Airlines swing as reference. It really depends on what you're going for. If you're focused on passive growth, just take it. You know, there's no need to let your stop loss hit. And if it keeps going on without you, don't complain because you didn't stick with the trade plan with the stop loss. But if you end up wanting to take a more aggressive trade, yes, go with your stop loss. Today with the American Airlines, I saw that the pump in the market was almost inevitable after SPY broke 394. That's when I closed the rest of my American Airlines. I could have definitely kept shorting it, but there's no point if there's definitely going to be some more upside. So why not just take those small gains and move on? You know, so it's really kind of how you're thinking about it. If you're wanting to be aggressive and wanting to stick to your trade plan, stick to it. If you're wanting to be passive and kind of just collect those small gains you have, awesome. But again, if it continues without you and you cut early, don't complain. Don't be one of those people who go back and go, oh, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? You know why, because you did it. You know, so stick to what you talk about, stick to what you plan. And then don't complain after. I'm not just talking to Hector either. I always see a lot of people go back and say, oh, if I would have held, I'd be up 80% now. I'd be up 120%. Yeah, you could have, but you're not. So stop looking back at it like that. That's not helpful. So that's just the extra I wanted to add on to that. Wow, that was hell of a education. Learned a lot about the potential trap area range and why. Thank you. No problem, Max. Other Max. Thank you, Hopkins. Appreciate you. It's because I see people seemingly know which way the market will move, where it will consolidate, etc. I'm trying to get to that level. King Carnage, definitely check out workshop number 11. I think you said it, or maybe it was someone else that said it earlier, but somebody said they watched it. I would go back and rewatch it. I would watch it multiple times. That's how we get our levels, and the levels are where we put our confidence in, right? So learn the levels, and then you'll grow that confidence. You'll also learn about the staircase method in that video. It's my 4th most recent video, 2nd most watched video. So I would definitely take time to go review that. Oh, you have it up as we speak. Perfect. And I don't know how many people in here have seen it, but the Iron Hands video I have, it's very old, but the analogies in it and the examples in it are very good for looking at how a stock moves up or down. So if you want to also just watch some basics, I would check that out as well. But you do follow the volume on the 3-minute for short-term confirmation. When I'm scalping Big Lou, I do. But I'm not looking to take another trade yet. I'm just sitting here doing some updates now. I'm happy with what I've done up to this point. Did American Airlines shorts from the lifetime swing, and then we did Tesla, so I'm just chilling now. But for short-term confirmation, the 3-minute is definitely one of the best for scalp trading. I love scalp trading. I love getting in quick. I love getting out quick. The 3-minute is very good at that. Plus, it covers most of a 5-minute candle by trading on the 3-minute. A lot of confirmations are made after 3 minutes in a 5-minute candle, so the 3-minute candlestick is a great time frame. Great question. I think I'll open up a bar in the Florida Keys and name it Workshop number 11. You'll have people asking where are the other 10. Yeah, no problem. Deep, send it over. DM me, or best yet, post it in trade results channel. But yeah, send it over. I'd love to look at it. Gonna check out that Iron Hands vid. Awesome, man. And it's a little old. I think it's like 2+ years old now, but the kind of initial examples I show you and how to look at a stock moving up or down, it gives you the basics of everything. So it's a really, really good video. I'll tell them I drank the other 10. Yeah, Logan, this is actually pretty normal. A lot of people who are on Webull or even sometimes TradingView, and this can be a various amount of reasons, you will not have the same quotes. One, they don't pull their quotes from the same source. Two, if you don't have real-time trading on, which I'm sure you do, it'll also be even worse, and the whole numbers and open and close will be completely different. Gonna Google workshop number 11 to find that bar. I'm sure Sand Dollar would fly us all out. He'll personally come pick up every single person. He'll be like Santa Claus, but to take us to his bar.
It's breaking down off that pre-market high. Apple's flirting with the pre-market high. Microsoft trying to break pre-market low. See if this is going to be the pullback on SPA now.
It's a 6-seater. All right, we can fit me in my bags. No room for people. Alright, this song isn't really making me go bang-a-rang, so we're going to go ahead and change it. Oh, we already heard that one. Oh. Alright, we'll do this one. There's another fake Bueller? How nice. Get him out of here. Damn, yeah, you aren't joking. Another fake Bueller just popped up. Too slow. That's my boy D-Touch. Sniping them fake accounts. Wow. Amazing continuation review on your deck mental trade, Jazz. I love how you finished it off with the continuation of the runners, not forgetting about the rest of that position. That right there, Jazz, is how you do it. That's what most people are scared to do, Jazz. What you're doing right now, most people are scared to do it. It's like they think they're too good for mental trading or they're too good for practice. But any other thing in life, they would not think that way. If you've never played basketball before, you would not step on the court and instantly go, I'm going to beat the hell out of everybody on this court. No, you wouldn't. You would not have any of that kind of confidence. I think you messaged the wrong one, Deep. You're not messaging me. I don't have any DMs, brother. You're messaging a wrong Bueller. Oh, wait, no, you didn't. It just didn't send as a DM. That was weird. Oh, no, it was a message request. Okay, my bad. You're not messaging the wrong one. That is me. Again, guys, if you join the Discord, it's very easy to see me. I'm the top right. I'm all caps Bueller. Which, again, guys, just because this code does not mean it's unique. People can also copy this code, just so you know. They can also copy this code. So even if you see this, this could still be a fake Bueller. I mean, this one isn't clearly. But just letting y'all know. Let me download this deep. I didn't realize you were sending a PDF. It's better not have any hacked accounts in here. Practice? We talking about practice? Yeah, if you're anybody but Allen Iverson, you need practice. Wow, this is in depth. Alright, I'll look over it deep. No matter what trades are lost at max 12% hard stop loss, or define area like a nearby. I like that. I like that you said or also this, because I feel like too many people stick to hard stops and then they miss out on a lot. When in reality, you should probably aim for a level that's right there in front of you, like a defined area, like how you labeled that first. Red day should never exceed 2%. Alright, so he's giving himself some rules here. Yo, this is facts right here. Which, you shouldn't have a problem with this if you're trading liquid tickers. You shouldn't be trading, like, a penny stock with options. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. Anytime you see trading settings up, begin, ask yourself entry questions. Facts, right here, bro. He said, your pre-market trade plan should already have most of the questions answered for all of your scenarios. You should already have an idea of what to look for. And that, again, only comes with time, review, and process. Beautiful job, Deep. I like that first page a lot. Oh, man, you made this seem like I was watching a trade. Damn, this is super clean, though. I like this. I see what you do. Your name's Deep. Take 3 deep breaths. Very nice. I like this. It's like defined as hell. It's like you have everything broken down from stop loss to target to entry, all that. I like how you're using the risk reward tool on the, I'm guessing that's trading view. On confirmation of previous support becoming resistance. Wow, this is very nice, Deep. I like this a lot. Are you still in the stream, Deep? At first, I thought he meant a trade review, like of an actual trade he took, but I liked that a lot. That was awesome, Deep. That really does give you kind of a, I guess, a rubric of what to focus on moving forward. I like that a lot, man. You really are limiting yourself. And as I've said before, the best ways of growing once you've gotten past, understanding how the levels work is visualizing, being able to stick to what you planned beforehand, discipline, limiting yourself. You shouldn't be taking any random, entries or any random breakouts or drops. You should only be looking at things you've planned beforehand and limit yourself to entries you're aware of that you have much practice with. So I like how you labeled that. I love the rules you put on that first page too. That first page was golden. But amazing, Deep. That was really cool. If you guys want that sheet, Deep, if it's okay with you, I'm going to share it on the trade floor. If anybody wants to also download that, they can. I'm going to drop it on the trade floor right now with no context. Where did it go? Deep trading plan. Here we go. Alright, so I'm sending that on the trade floor right now. It's from the stream. It's right here on the trade floor. I'd send it on YouTube, but they don't allow you to send PDFs, so. So you'll have the PDF from what I posted, and now you have Deep. So that's extra homework you can look over on this 3-day weekend. And yeah, trust me, D-Touch, every time I've read his name, I have thought of the guy from The Boys. Every single time. Every time.
Real deep.
Look at that big bounce that came from Boeing. Mini, I'm over here to answer your question. I'm just looking at supply. They did reject supply very well. Not amazing volume out of it. I could see them consolidating in this weird angle for a bit. Possible Pyramid of Giza on Tesla. Or what did Daffy call it? I already forgot the name of it. The Burka Tower or something? I forgot. Under the 9 on Spy. Is that the 5-minute Shamrock? Let us know. Burj Khalifa. There you go, Daffy, right there. There you go.
Minute, 10-minute 2 on the 9 on Spy. It's got a candle starting to open up below. Burj Khalifa. Yeah, Spy kicking it down. Failed to make a new high. Picked up rising volume on this candle, but no good break below. Now you're getting that break below. Like I said, key area to watch would be about 395.80, 85-ish. Just because it's kind of where they pushed up, held as support, and tried to push up again. So if they crack that, you have to assume they want to go back down to the area we highlighted. Spy breaks this range. I'm shorting as long as the next candle gives me a confirmation. And good stuff, guys. Just to kind of add a testament to what Deep posted with his PDF, I think it really is impressive to just show everybody that's new to this community or even been here for a bit and people who aren't in this community. It's crazy to show you guys just how much content I provide, as well as people under me. And I don't mean under me in like a degrading fashion. Under me as in like members or moderators of the chat. Everyone's posting videos. Everyone's breaking down different trades, mental trades, making PDFs like you saw with Deep. You know, and it's a testament to how great our community really is. It's not just me posting. I'm not the only one trying to help anymore. It's everyone trying to help everyone. And it's just such an amazing feeling and an amazing sight to see, really. So shout out to you if you've been someone who's helped someone in the DMs, if you've helped someone in chat openly, if you've made something for the chat to show people something or try to reiterate or break something down in a further fashion. You know, great job. That, again, is what makes our community one of the best. It's not because of the gains. It's not the people who are in it. It's not, you know, this or that. It's literally the group team effort. Everyone working together, providing information for one another. That's the best part about our community. We have the best community, hands down. Preach, preach. It's not even a question anymore. It's just crazy how many leaders emerge from under the surface day after day after. It feels like every week we're seeing someone else step up. You know, whether it's just one or two people, doesn't matter. Someone new is always stepping up, creating new information based on what we're already focused on. You know, it's just so nice to see people helping each other out. Definitely my favorite part about our community is the amount of teamwork that is involved. No one's ever left behind. I mean, we leave behind people, but only when they get ignorant, when people get annoying. You know, it's okay to ask questions. That's not considered annoying. What's annoying is going out and asking, you know, this, like, just really toxic questions. You guys know what I'm talking about, some geo type shit. But it's just so nice to see a lot of you guys providing support for one another. That's really my favorite thing. It almost makes me cry. Is Tesla really falling? Yep, you guys weren't kidding. Yep. Microsoft, Meta, Google, they all started losing it.
Amazon, Netflix,
yep.
Everything. Microsoft, everything's
pulling
back. Wow, now Microsoft wants to move, Devin.
Yeah, I mean,
Continued
we kind of said if they couldn't get going to the upside, this is pretty textbook today.
100%, man. We've been on it with today's price action and just kind of what's possible. Again, we're not here to guesswork with you guys. We're here to point out what's possible. As mentioned earlier, like Devin just said, we mentioned how things could pull back if certain stocks could not hold or push past a certain level. We saw a lot of the leaders today slow down and even reverse, and you've seen all the ones who haven't left their train station yet pulling back again, which is again adding even further weakness into the overall market. So that's why we're getting this slow pullback. I say slow because it has felt kind of slow. Took 50% on the Burj Khalifa. Good stuff, Leland. Can't wait to see that trade review. Damn, bro, you sound exactly like Cool Name Dude. I swear people sounding the same, but you sound just like him. Somebody said that the other day, and I've never heard of this person. Cool Name Dude. I'll have to look that up later. Somebody different literally just said that like 2 days ago. Yeah, I've never heard of him. I don't even know if it's a him. Is he on YouTube or what? Luxury Cars Pro and Bikes Programming. Is he like a YouTuber? What is he on? It's probably pointless for me to go look, because if I go look, I'll be like, I don't sound like that guy. Hell yeah, guys, look at that wick up. Again, we went from point of breakout at 394 to the high of day. This is where we're highlighting in between. A major pullback spot. Oh, okay, he's a YouTuber. Yeah, I've never heard of him. I don't really step out of my realm, though. I don't really go pay attention to other traders, and not necessarily in the factor of I don't think they know what they're talking about. It's just most people don't, and it's just too much noise. Too much noise. I don't like noise, and that applies to everything in trading. You shouldn't have 50 indicators on your screen. You shouldn't be in 50 Discords. You shouldn't be paying attention to 50 traders. And this is true for everything in life, really. But what made you pick that point of breakout? Check out the pre-market prep, Logan Kane. I went over this multiple times. 394 was the break above level because that's where when price was sitting here in pre-market. This was the next closest level. So above 394, I look for good breakouts. I don't trade the first 10 minutes, so both of these were pointless. Indecisive candle, rising volume close over 394. We've been bullish broke out since here. The reason I chose that as a retracement spot is I go from the point of the breakout to the high of the day, and it gives me this, which is a major area where price will pull back if they break any kind of short-term support, which you can see they broke the angle that I drew. They broke this short-term support right here where they tried to sit on top of and increase again. They failed to make that new high, so you need to watch that support. They broke that, and now they're testing the pullback spot. Username. I mean, it's okay to watch other people. I was just saying that's why I don't. I find it hard to follow that many people. Something I absolutely love about Bueller, he can tell you exactly why he's watching every level and how he got it. You watch anyone else, it's like, I'm watching this level because there's supply. Okay, how'd you get that, though? I don't know, I just drew a box there because it looked good. Appreciate you, Leland. Thank you so much, man. I try my best to be understanding and be clear with everything I post, everything I draw, everything I have on my screen. You'll never see a random area or level drawn. It will always be something planned or something I've discussed as drawing it. So I do appreciate that a ton, Leland. Thank you. If you want to trade options, I would not look at BBY. That's a first step in growth. Don't trade crap. Spot, though, that's a little bit better. Which I haven't checked Spot in years, to be honest with you. Or months, I should say. But Spot, I remember being in, like, the 30s. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. I'm thinking of Shopify. Yeah, I'm thinking of Shopify from their split. Yuck, this chart's disgusting. I love Spotify, but damn, this chart sucks. That was a good breakout right there at 84. That was clean. Huge green day after that breakout. Now they're just kind of in the reminisce of that going towards earnings. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw them pop up to here, whoever asked about Spot. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a little bit extra in their rally, but towards earnings, you might see them slow down a little bit. So they have a little bit of time before that, but I'm just pointing that out. I always get rec trading options even when I am right. I wish there was a way to trade stocks just solely on direction. Okay.
That's right. You can just trade whole shares luxury if you want to eliminate all the extra variables. Yeah, so far Spot's held a really good area. I'm just pushing back up, see if we're gonna get a higher low or it's gonna pop up and make a new high.
Sorry guys, I was answering somebody in DMs. When making levels, can you use both the weekly swing high / lows and the new breakout highs and the daily time frame at the same time? You can. It's just, in my opinion, Diverted adds too many levels and it becomes harder to look at. Even when you organize it and label it, which, crazy enough, you ask that. I've actually seen 2 or 3 people in the past like couple weeks. They do both the weekly TA routine and the daily TA routine, and they'll color code them to be matched. To where the weekly's one color, the daily's one color. And then on the smaller time frames, they have a ton more levels and they actually can see clearly. In my opinion, I can't see enough past that. It's just too many levels for me to pay attention to. So I just try to focus on one or the other. But yes, it is possible, and people do it within our community and around our community. I have seen a few people recently start doing that a lot more. So technically, yes, you can. Personally, I don't, is my short answer for you. So it really depends on, is it too much noise for you? Is it too much to look at? You know, and if that's up to you, be comfortable, divert. Don't ever add too many levels to where you feel like you're missing out because of what you have on your screen, or because you have too much on your screen. So it's kind of a question of comfortability for you. It's kind of a personal preference. They work though, clearly. A lot of them have been giving me mental trades in my DMs, and they'll show me like, wow, look how this broke this weekly level, and it went straight to this emerging candle from blah blah blah, and it went straight to here. But yeah, try it out, test it out a little bit, see how you think about it. That's just my personal take on it. But I have seen some people get through it, so clearly I'm just not as good as them with looking at levels. They love having every bit of information, and I totally understand that. So it's really a personal preference thing. You're the only one that writes in notes about trade ideas. I love that. It shows dedication to plan. I always learn something new from you every day. I appreciate that, man. And yeah, it's also to help people out in stream, because you'll get questions of like, all right, what are we looking at today? Well, it's like, I have it typed out. Just look. You know, so I also like to do it because of that. But it does help me to remember everything levels-wise. Most of the time, though, I don't even look at it, because once you've done this long enough, you should be able to click over to a chart. Like, let's do Tesla, and you should instantly know, oh, okay, 119.30s, that's what they're battling. Like, you should instantly know that if they break this, they want to probably go retest this first initial breakout we had, and if they break that, they probably want to go retest 117. If they can get some sort of support in between this area here, then they can definitely retake 119. You know, you should be able to click over to the chart and instantly point out, what do bulls need, what do bears need? You know, it's kind of the 2 questions I always ask myself when I look at a chart, whether I've already looked at it or not. No problem, Dever. You type about 900 words a minute or so? My lord. No, I'm not that fast. I don't even think I'm at 90 words a minute. I'd have to test. I'm a lot faster on my phone, though. I've done a speed test on my phone. I can do 100 words a minute. It's like 106.
I used to have a game on the computer growing up that was like a typing game.
Oh, I think everybody did that in school back in the day. I've not taken a computer test. I've done the phone test. I can type on my phone without even looking. I can like close my eyes and just go ham. And I'll get most of the words correct. Autocorrect is definitely a nice little handicap. I'm not that fast on the computer, though, I swear. I don't type naturally. I kind of like everybody always puts their fingers on ASDF and then kind of switch between GH, and then they do JKL and then the quotation or whatever, the semicolon. That's like the normal way to have your fingers on there with your thumbs near the space bar. I don't do that at all. I just throw my hands on the keyboard and I click. My fingers remember where all the letters are, but I don't even really look.
You don't set up with any form.
Yeah, if somebody with form typed next to me, they would destroy me in typing speed. And it's because of the form. I don't have a form. I just go at it. But yeah, I'll probably destroy anybody in here on texting on the phone. Alright, so what we've gotten so far is a good bearish retest. which could also be considered bullish if it still holds support. But the thing that makes me think bearish is because we've gotten this one good ignition push and we've rejected a lower high again, which most likely is indicating if any volume picks up here, we can definitely take out this little blue area that I drew for you guys. But you can see I'm not making this stuff up. Retracements work if you use them right. I went from point of breakout to high of day, and we've slowed down there. This happens every time I draw this in front of you guys. It's nothing new. Why? Why what? No, this is a 5-minute chart. You can also see it right here. Exit another trade from Apple for a $60 gain, 9.72% account gain for today. Good stuff, Cheaptastic. What's your account up to now? I mean, you don't have to say it out loud. If you want to DM me or say it in chat, you can. But I was just curious, because didn't you say you started at like 500 or something? Or 400? With your new account or whatever? I was just curious because I feel like I've been seeing you post passive gains day in, day out. I was going to say, yeah, 500, he's at 1669 now. I was going to say, this dude's been building. And he's been doing it very humbly, too. He's not, like, joined in chat and be like, who's doing this? I'm doing that. He's not being ignorant. He's coming out here and he's just posting facts. Beautiful job, Cheatastic. You deserve every bit of that. Continue to use that, too, man. As you build your account, you can still risk the same amount you've been entering on a lot of these trades, and you'll continue to grow slowly. Which, this isn't his first account, guys. This is a new kind of challenge he was doing for himself. He seems to be destroying it. He had a couple huge gains, but he's had a lot of really good passive gains where he's not really complaining about making less than $100 on a trade. He's just stacking those passive wins. And that's the way to go. That's the mindset you need to continue growing. Very, very good test to yourself, Cheap. That's very, very awesome. Mad respect. Mad respect. And thank you guys for over 140 likes on the stream. Appreciate you all. Nope, you have to turn in your own taxes. Luxury. Your broker should send you a form at the end of the year or beginning of this year. You should have it. You turn that in. But no, they do not do it for you. I wish that's how it went. Trying to get 5-10% of account every day. Good stuff, Cheap. It's a decently passive goal. And yeah, you did get that lower test again, foul. They failed to hold it, but now they have a 3-bar play with rising volume breaking out above it. So that's a good sign for potential buy the dip as long as they hold this area. So like I said here, you might see that extra retracement happen again. Or even just hold on top of here. But so far, a good push. Again, you need to be looking past here. Kind of what we talked about initially earlier. Ah, nice. J Bacon, the Top Watches channel, just said, heading out for the rest of the day, fam. Have a great weekend. P.S. I'm putting together a document of pre-market setups that I like to trade. I'll probably have it done in the next week or two, but I'll post it in here once it is finished. Love y'all, team. See you later, J Bake. Love you, man. Beautiful post on that, though. To avoid PDT, you need a cash account. Margin account is something you probably shouldn't be on to begin with anyway. Margin can lead to a lot bigger losses, and that's a really good way to get margin called and get your account closed. And in all honesty, you need to be focused on mental trading first if you're trying to figure out entry and exit, not taking real trades. Once you grow the confidence of understanding how the levels work, how to navigate between them, how to navigate the markets with certain entries you're limiting yourself to, like what a lot of these traders in here have been showing, then you can jump into your real account, and then you can start to get into it. But I would not be using a margin account. Luxury cars, pros, and bikes programming. I feel like I'm doing an ad every time I say that. Here, I'll show you how fast I type. I'm not that... Oh, I just closed Discord. See, I misspelled. I suck. It's not that fast. Alright, let's see if the volume's about to step in or not, if they're going to lose this pullback spot. I would like to add they had rising volume into this candle, which broke that new low, the meat of it at least. So there is a little bit more sellers here, and since then we've had a wick on top, another wick. So they're just looking for that push through. If not, then we're going to definitely be consolidating here a little longer.
Yeah, luxury cars. That's for people that are trading big shares, like, the guy that's coming in and buying a couple thousand shares of Apple or Tesla. He's not posting on YouTube. So, you can trade shares. There's just most people that trade shares are trading with much larger size, and they're not They're not really too keen on other people even knowing they're in the position.
Commons are trading shares, luxury.
Options are just a really great wealth building tool because you can use a very limited amount of capital to make a lot of money. You don't have to have, you know, over 5 grand just to trade 100 shares of a certain stock.
It means like when you know something, but you don't want to say it out loud because you're kind of
And
afraid
you
that
know that stock moves 30 cents, and on those 100 shares, you might make, two, $300 versus on options, you could have risked way less capital and got the same amount of return.
then it just makes it more beautiful of a thing.
Do you want to go over the more beautiful? Say it.
Who are you?
So yeah, you're running into the problem of trading not very liquid option stocks. So when you trade those stocks that aren't very liquid and don't have the consistent volume that are very dependent on news, you're going to get IV crushed a lot. You're going to have all those variables playing against you. So when you're trading options, it's a little bit better just to focus on the stocks that have liquid options chains that are the typical movers of the market. And that's why Josh and me kind of focus on the same basket handful of top stocks. You don't go chase all the meme stocks that are hot in the news. Because that pumping and dumping that everyone always is so concerned about, on those super cheap stocks like BBY, if somebody has a decent chunk of change and they front load a bunch of those contracts, and now they start calling it out to a bunch of people and they have a decent Twitter following, you can pump and dump options contracts.
And that's why it's funny when people are like, but it only moved 2 cents. How are these guys making so much? Because they're using size. They're using so much size. A 2 cent move is making them $10,000.
And all that option volatility that comes in when everyone else starts buying their contracts gets that IV pump. So now they're getting money made off just people buying the contracts. So those cheaper stocks, there's a lot of shadier stuff that does go on with them.
Once and never have to take it again.
Pretty good
Yeah,
volume.
go ahead, Josh.
I was just going to say, pretty good volume on that previous candle, but didn't really retake anything. Possibly seeing the potential pullback through this blue area that we have drawn here. Keep an eye on that. But my bad, Devin. You keep going.
Yeah, like luxury, like liquid, yeah, high volume stuff that's got a super tight spread, stuff that that's typically being traded pretty heavy throughout the day. There's good, cheaper liquid stocks as well. You just have to go out and pick them. Like, a lot of people in here trade coin. Neo's not too bad. The airlines are usually pretty decent. So there are cheaper liquid stocks, but anything that's usually typically a meme stock or, just not have a lot of news or volume with it's just kind of hard to trade options.
It doesn't hurt me.
No, King Carnage is not halfway. I mean, one of them is technically, but I go from point of breakout to the high of the move. That's how I got that blue area. I'm watching Apple now, though. Apple's breaking a key area, king of the market possibly coming down. Microsoft is already leading us down. If Microsoft cracks yesterday's open, which is right there at 234.92, we will see some more downside action on the tech sector, which can definitely help SPY move lower. So keep eyes on Apple and Microsoft trying to break key areas right now. Nvidia is trying to break a key area at previous day close at 165. Still reacting to the retracement pullback spot. Good stuff, Mel, getting a 20%. You know, it's funny you say that. Right there in Lifetime chat, Leland was also in some SPY shorts, and they just took profit around 21%, trimming half of it right there. Seeing a lot of buyer reactions now popping up at important key areas on multiple charts on Apple, Microsoft, SPY. Fight's not over yet. He's your brother. Yeah, you and Leland seem to be taking a lot of the same trades this past couple weeks, which is good because Leland's a beast. So if you're able to stay up to pace with him, you're definitely doing great. It's good though. You guys are seeing these entries on your own, kind of catching them on your own free will, jumping in when you see fit, chilling when you don't want to. Protect those gains though. No need to over trade. We're in sync lately. That's good though. That's good. It's pretty cool too, seeing other people do the exact same thing as you without either of you really consulting each other. You know, 'cause it's kind of cool to look back and go, oh damn, you know, we both saw this. It's a really cool feeling. Especially since both of you do have pretty good discipline with a lot of your trades and getting in, getting out, you know, knowing when you should trade, knowing when you shouldn't. So it's really nice to just see that. All right, I'm going to do one more breakdown on SPY, and then we'll end it right there. But big key area to watch for the rest of today is going to be this blue area. And again, that's the retracement percentage for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, from 394 to the high of day when we first got our real slowdown. We had a slight pullback here, and I'll just start over from the beginning. So the first 10 minutes really weren't anything. We just got a good pop, a good slowdown, didn't break today's open, which is a good key area for short-term price action. We held it again, and we got a rising volume close over that 394, which is a key level from the bigger time frame. That was our entry there for our callouts this morning. A lot of us took profits as we hit our first area here on our first slowdown, but what's really cool about this, if you go from the point of breakout to that move right there, to where it kind of hit that high and slowed down for its first slowdown, they held the control point, held the golden pocket, so it was just like this area right here over the larger area. It's the same exact thing. So that was pretty cool that it held that retracement percentage. We went over that as well after it happened. And then we ended up pushing in at 396s, which again, if you paid attention, watch for bounces between 392.60s and 394. 392.6s, 394. Got a bounce from there. Above 398.50, 399 on SPY, which this is if we got up here. That was my plan from last night. But this morning we talked about that you're probably going to see a bounce. If we did bounce, we're going to see it into this area, and then you can look for a slowdown, in which you can look for either retracements back towards where we jump from, or you can look for a continuation higher, which that's kind of what the market's deciding right now. So that was a very clean move. We also talked about Tesla. This is the one I was very adamant about this morning during the creation of these two candles here. I was talking about the fact that I liked it through the 15 minutes of these three candles here, we had lowering volume candle after candle after candle, and the size of the candle got smaller and smaller and smaller, making it very anomaly-like, which is good. You want to see big volume, smaller candles, because that means, based on positioning, what you can trade for. So we've called out some really good risk-reward trades here at the support of the pre-market low. So really, really good bounces. Told people to take most profits here, take the rest of them here into the 119.30s. Pretty good extra move after that, so if anybody got trapped, they didn't really lose on that. They got some good excess gains, so that's good. But back to the SPY bigger time frame. Everything else we just kind of updated, so I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we called this, we called that. I'm just here to talk about what we actually talked about. I'm not here to make up anything. But here on the bigger time frame on SPY, after this 3-day weekend too, this is going to cause a little bit of indecision going into Tuesday, since we have a 3-day weekend. Meaning that we could experience a low volume day today and possibly on Tuesday. So be very careful about that. A big thing to look out for is the rest of the gap fill. We almost did it the other day. We pretty much did it in the pre-market, but didn't quite do it during the open market session. So there is a little bit of room above. Past 399.40s, 399.50s, we're going to be looking past that towards 400, 403, and possibly 405, 407. So these are the key areas to look above if we do get some bullish continuation next week. If we get any kind of pullback, we need to pay attention to this smaller gap here that we have marked still, which I can delete this one. This smaller gap here between, what is this? 392 and 390.50, which you guys have on the smaller time frame chart. I will post those links on Tuesday again. So we need to be looking at this going into Tuesday, see if we pull back, can we break into this? I already talked about the bullish scenario. If we end up cracking this little kind of angle we have here, we have to assume we want to at least fill that gap. And if we get a more harsh, aggressive pullback, we have to assume that 386.25 is going to want to be tested again, the area in which we bounced from. We literally broke above it, held on top of it, continued higher. So if we're going to drop and retrace anywhere, it's going to be there if it's aggressive. So these are kind of two key areas to look out: short term, more mid-term; short term, more mid-term, for both bull and bear. And this is what we're going to have to pay attention to going into next week. You can also see we are kind of forming, and I'm not going to say it now, but we do have a potential cup and handle forming here. You got the cup, just looking for the handle. So if we did make that move, a cup and handle could be in effect on the bigger time frames on SPY, which you guys know me. I don't really like sitting here talking about different patterns left and right. I'm a big candlestick pattern guy, but not a harmonic type pattern guy who talks about, you know, different weird patterns that pop up that normally mean a bias towards one side. I don't like to do that to y'all because I don't want to give you bias. I still want you to plan for both up and down regardless of what the market's showing or telling you. So make sure to keep that in mind. For some really good practice this weekend, there's a couple videos on the channel. You can reach out in the Discord if you're not sure where. But we have been in a lot of giving out a lot of key information, from the course to the free PDF that was posted today. Deep drop a PDF today. Jay Bake's working on one. Tons of quizzes, tons of free resources all across our YouTube and Discord community, as well as paid resources. So be sure to check out all of that information. A lot of it is labeled, described about, you know, broken down. So be sure to check out all that information and reach out. If you don't know where to look or what to look for, reach out in the Discord. Type in Trade Floor. Just ask a simple question. People will be happy to answer you or help you out. But I'll see you guys later on. Tuesday is going to be pretty impressive. And we'll see if we do a stream this Monday or not. I'm not sure if we're going to. If we do, I'll be sure to invite Jeremy, the guy I showed y'all about for swing trading, which is also kind of the style I like to look for swing trading. So be sure to look out for that when that finally pops up. But I hope you guys have a beautiful 3-day weekend. Again, guys, thank you for another solid week of streams. This was our 114th public stream in a row, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you guys for being here. I'll post information across the weekend. Monday night, regardless of just doing a stream or not, I am going to be posting the chart link. So if you're a paid member, a paid basic membership in my group, you will get all of the chart links to everything I'm looking at. It's the normal stocks that we look at every week. But I appreciate each and every one of you again, guys. Seriously, thank you guys. I really do appreciate you all. Be sure to check out some of the information. Please grind this weekend. Don't just go sleep all weekend long. But also take a little bit of a break the first half of the weekend. You'll give yourself a little mental reset after what felt like a crazy week. So be sure to just tune in next week, and I'll see you guys then. Again, I cannot thank y'all enough. I really do love you all. But I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for being here.